This is my video pertaining to this Hewlett Packard laptop that I just purchased from Walmart, and it is a 15DW0083WM. I haven't recorded a video like this in a long time. I used to record a lot of videos similar to this, upgrades. Now this is brand new, and I will tell you how much I paid. This is just a basic laptop. Some people do not like Hewlett Packard laptops. Really, my experiences with decades of real-world computer information technology experience, it's not necessarily the brand of a computer, it's the model number, and I already gave you the model number, and it will be included in the title of this video, and you can look up on your own accord to see if this laptop is sufficient for you. I paid $279 and then a whopping $25.81 in taxes. I mean, get out of here. So for a total of $304.81. This was advertised as $249 at Walmart and maybe on their website. I will get 1% back because I used a credit card that I will receive 1% back. So I will receive about, what, $3? What is it, $3.04 back? Something like that. Okay. I didn't really care that I had to pay $20 more. I rolled up. It was advertised as $249. They charged me $279. It's $20. Now, this is just a basic laptop. I'm retiring one of my computers, and I just need something basic, something that I can record videos, I can upload videos, I can work. It's just something, remotely. That's all I need. I don't need $10,000 computer. I don't even need $1,000 computer. Alright, this is brand new. The only thing I performed is, you see this, it has some tape right here where my finger's at, that I used some scissors and I cut that to save time. Other than that, I have not opened this up. Before that, I can actually show you the box. How about that? I can turn around. The way the webcam is, you should be able to just see the box. So it's a 15-inch laptop, 15.6 inches. They had another Hewlett Packard that actually was 14 inches, and it was only a dual core. Now this is a quad core, so that's another caveat. I have to have a quad core. The older computer I have, if you notice, the sound cuts out, and it probably will cut out in this video. It may or may not. That's most likely because the computer is too old. And so I have a web browser open. When I record my videos, I have a universal serial bus condenser microphone. I'm not using a condenser microphone that is hooked up to a you know what I'm saying? A separate amplifier? No, I used to do that. Yeah, so my point is that universal serial bus, the data has to transfer. You have a web browser open that uses central processing unit. If I had my webcam on at the same time, no. It's just too old of a computer. So that's why I'm upgrading. I'm retiring, upgrading. This should be enough. It's a quad core. I'm not sure, what else can I tell you about. It comes with Microsoft 365 Personal. I probably will never use it. Now, it has Microsoft Windows 10. I know you're going to attack me already. No. The computer comes shipped with Microsoft Windows 10. I am not going to use Windows 10. I'm going to boot it up and show you what the computer looks like. But I'm not. No, I'm going to install either Linux or FreeBSD, and I will record that video, so you might want to check out that video. That may be my next video after this. I do not know, but you might want to check out that video because I will show you how to install Linux. All right. What else? Oh, now this is brand new, so it's got the original box. I'm not going to go through all the details. This is very small print, but I can show you. Let's see. How about the other side of the box? This is not an unboxing video. I just, why not? Okay, so this is the other side of the box. It's a 15-inch screen. It's red. The case is red. I don't really care what color it is, but you know. And we can go over some of these specs. 15.6 high definition, digital display, Microsoft Windows. I think it comes with Windows 10. Home, not professional, home. Very basic. It does have an Intel Pentium. I think they make this same model with, I think, AMD, which no, I'm not one of those YouTube technology shills that are paid by somebody, or they argue, well, AMD sucks, well, no, Intel sucks, no, or Celeron processors suck. I don't get into all that drama. I don't really care. Yeah, some Celerons, again, it really depends on. They may not be the best. If you studied the Intel Celeron, they admit that those processors sometimes aren't the best, and they may have a problem or two, but they admit it to you. I don't really care. A Celeron could be useful if you need it for basic computing. It comes with Universal Serial Bus C type connector and Universal Serial Bus A. It comes with Wi-Fi, obviously, AC, and Bluetooth. I'm not sure of the Bluetooth version. Now, you know, again, I'm going to get attacked because, no, this is just a basic computer that I don't need it for much. 128 gigabyte solid state drive. I asked if I could buy this computer with some upgrades, and they don't. No, at Walmart, not really. I'm not being condescending or anything, but one of the sales, she was very nice. Wow, this was amazing. It may have to deal with what I look like. Oh yeah, you're telling me the Walmart associates are not the R word? Or racist? Of course some of them are. Okay, I digress away from that. I mean, she was nice, but obviously she didn't know what I was talking about. I told her I need a quad core. And she's like, well, these are Chromebooks. And because I was in the Chromebook aisle, where they had some Chromebooks. And then she went to the other side. She's like, these are Intel processors. But I told her, again, there's a difference between a dual core and a quad core. That went over her head, but I didn't care. But she was nice enough to actually try to help me. At Walmart, believe it or not. High definition integrated webcam I'm not going to use, probably. Well, maybe not. A lot of times laptop integrated built-in webcams suck. I'll just be blunt. They're not very good. They're not very good quality. It may be better than nothing, but nothing I would use for YouTube. Although, no, I'm not one of those snobby YouTube technology shills that, well, you need to buy a $5,000 camcorder and HDMI. No. But I'm just saying, it does come with a solid state drive. I don't know for a fact. I haven't opened this up, even the box yet. It may be upgradable. It may not be. I'm not too worried about it because my current operating system hard drive, I know you're going to attack me and you're going to judge me, and I don't give a fuck, is only 80 gigabytes because that's all I need. I use Linux, and I also use a different type of windowing manager called LXDE that doesn't require much processing power, and it doesn't require nearly as much disk space as maybe GNOME or KDE or blah 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 blah. Okay. Now, I could read the box and see if I missed anything. They stipulate a 12-hour battery life. I don't know about that. I don't know if it's legit or not. 6.5 millimeter micro edge bezel. Yeah, it's got a solid state drive. That's not the greatest, 128 gigabytes. But, it's enough. Now, again, you're going to attack me, you're going to judge me, you're going to call me a cheapskate. It only has 4 gigabytes of memory, which my current computer has. Again, I'm different. I'm not you. I do not use Windows. I do not use Mac and crap. I use Linux. I use FreeBSD. There is a difference. And when it comes to window managers, I use LXDE. I don't even use XFCE because to me XFCE is a bit bloated compared to LXDE. I do not need that much, resources. You could upgrade it. This is upgradable 8 gigabytes. They just didn't have the same computer with 8 gigabytes or a larger, as solid state drive. So I was like, fuck it, let's just get out of here. Okay, it's got the original barcode if you're interested, so I'm not lying to you. This is a brand new computer. Okay, anything else? Oh, the AC wireless. So it's got the old school wireless, and it also has AC, which is more modern, which is important. As an example, Starbucks, McDonald's, most large retail businesses that have free Wi-Fi, most likely the routers are going to be AC. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I think that's enough. Let's see, what about the side? I don't know, let's see if you can read that. I'll just show you this side. Okay, and then let me see if it's got anything important. Nothing different. Oh, Scarlett Johansson. I mean, Scarlett from what was it, The Wizard of Oz, which to me is an allegory about the system. Wasn't it Scarlett? No, my bad. I'm old, but I'm not that old. Not The Wizard of Oz, the other, remember Scarlett O'Hara? Gone with the Wind. I'm old, but I'm not that old. Gone with the Wind, Scarlett O'Hara. This is a scarlet red laptop, and with red slippers. I mean, the television is so stupid, I don't even watch that crap anymore. Okay. Anything else? Oh, no optical drive. That's very important. Most modern laptops now do not come with optical drives anymore. Now, not even Blu-ray, although they'll charge you more. I don't need it, though. Again, so this video also, I'll give you some tips. Number one, I always give out this tip. When it comes to buying a new computer, or even, a brand new computer, always try to max out the memory, because then you don't need to worry about it. You just buy the computer with the memory maxed out. This motherboard supports 8 gigabytes. That they didn't have an 8 gigabyte, model. So I was like, okay, what else? Your hard drive too. If they have another laptop that's the same model that you want to buy, ask them if they have one with a larger hard drive. Obviously, they're going to charge you more money, but then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to open up the computer. You maxed out your memory, you maxed out your hard drive. So those are my 2 tips that I tell people a lot. And then also, beforehand, check out the reviews when you buy a new computer so that you don't have to return it. Check out, there's plenty of websites. You can go to Amazon, they have reviews. eBay has reviews. Hewlett Packard may have reviews. Walmart, I buy at Walmart, they're going to have reviews. And just go through the reviews and see if there's a pattern. Is a lot of people, oh, it sucks. Oh my God, the high definition camera. Oh, it freezes. Oh, the memory failed. Oh, the hard drive crashed. That's all you have to do. Anything else on the side that I can tell you? No optical drive. That's very important. Are you more old school like I am, and you would need an optical drive to install software, or are you? I'm a paradox. I'm old school, but I'm also if I have to, I learn new school techniques. As a matter of fact, one new school technique is I'm going to run. I know there are a handful of YouTube technology shills that have been offended, I don't know by me, but by some of us technicians that use the word run when referring to an operating system. Are you running Windows 10? I don't know what the deal is. I have bigger problems than I don't have time to worry about what word or how a person communicates. But that's what you have on YouTube. It's very toxic, and it's not just in the comments. A lot of these YouTube technology shills, they're toxic to me. Okay. No optical drive, so that would be a problem if you needed to install software drivers from an optical media. Compact disc, digital video display, DVD, or even Blu-ray. Microsoft 365, I don't need it. Windows 11 Home, and S mode, very important. I just had S mode, which is okay, let me describe what S mode is. S mode disables your ability to download and install standalone applications from the internet. S mode means that you have to install applications from the Microslop Windows 10 store. So any applications that are not on the Windows 10 store using the Windows 10 application, you cannot install. You have to disable S mode. So when this will have S mode enabled, I hate that. That is more lockdown. That's another reason why I refuse to use Microsoft operating systems. S mode, total garbage, but it is what it is. Now, it's not that difficult to disable, and I know how to disable it, and I still support Microsoft Windows, so that's a tip. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to disable it if you want to install third-party applications. What else? It's got a, 3-cell battery? Oh, 4 gigabytes of SQDIM, DDR4, those are all acronyms. SDRAM. RAM stands for Random Access Memory. So it's not 3, it's 4. And then the LED display. Oh, it's got a LED display, not an LCD. It actually has a LED display. Okay, next, I'm almost done, and then we'll open this. And this video will be long. When I make these type of videos with my webcam, they are long. And I do not care if you're offended. Stop right now. Do not tell me in my YouTube comments how long my videos are or whether they're too long. Stop right now. You are going to get permanently banned if you attack me and tell me my videos are too long. I decide what and how I record videos on my YouTube channel. You do not. You have no input. And your opinion does not count. I can record 5-hour videos if I wanted to. Back the fuck up before you get smacked the fuck up. Get off of my YouTube channel. Do not waste my time and leave a comment telling me my videos are too long. Fuck you. And if you're offended by that, I don't care. Go away. Find some other technology channels to watch. I'm sick and tired of people wasting my time in the YouTube comments telling me how to run my channel. No, you don't run anything in my life. I make all decisions when it comes to my YouTube channel. Okay. What else? On this side, you can see the stickers. And let's see. Can you see that? I have to turn it this way. You know, I don't know if you're interested in this. I just get sick and tired of the comments. I might disable all comments again. For about 5 to 6 years, I did not allow comments. I might go back to disabling comments because I don't receive any more views. I think that's a myth. Some people claim that on YouTube, if you allow comments, you receive more views. I don't see any proof of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've tested it on my own channel. Okay, it's just some barcodes, and it's really not important. Now, this might be important. The serial number, there's a serial number on it. There's a part number. That could be important if you ever need a warranty or to repair. And then the model. This is important to me. The model is a 15DW00853WM. All right? That's the model number that you're going to find specifications for. Now we get to open this guy up. And you know what? I'm going to start recording very long videos. And you know my videos that I normally would talk for 8 minutes because YouTube recommends 8 minutes or more? Well, I'm going to extend them to 10, then 15, then 20. I'll make a 1-hour video about a subject that I would normally spend 8 minutes. You know why? Because I can. And I will. And nobody is going to tell me how I run my YouTube channel, how I function, what kind of content, what the title, the description, the length. Nobody. This is a tip to other YouTube content creators. I know I check out my subscribers once in a while. I have some subscribers that are also YouTube content creators. This is a tip to them, not to you. I don't care what you think. This is a tip to them. Take back your channel. Take back control of your YouTube channel. Do not allow these clowns in society to tell you what to do. Take back control. record videos you want to record. Record video length that you want to record. It's your channel. Become successful. These clowns, they don't know anything. Chances are if they start a YouTube channel, they wouldn't get any views or very few. Stop you know what I'm saying? Stop acquiescing. You know what I'm saying? It's your YouTube channel. It is not theirs. Okay. Now let me put down my microphone so that I can actually, grab this. Okay, so I just got some cardboard. You might want to save the cardboard just in case, and you might want to save the box if you move. Oh yeah, this is another tip I recommend. You might want to save boxes for computers or electronics that are important to you or just out of convenience, because they are designed to protect the computer or electronics. You notice how I had 2 cardboard on each end? Well, this computer has not been damaged that I'm aware of. And the box, so that, you know what I'm saying? It's easy. You just use what it came with, and so save the original boxes. And then even if you move, or if you're like me, I travel. I mean, I don't have permanent premises. I may never again, or part of it is the economics. This inflation is just out of control. Anyways. Oh, I fucked that up. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, I like to just leave things the way it was. You could also save this. This protects the laptop. If anything, from dust, or when you do move it, or yeah, then you got this. I save everything if I can. I don't have much right now, so this takes up some space, but I probably will save the box and everything. Now here's the laptop right here. Now let's check to see what else is in the box. Wouldn't that be ironic? I thought it did. Wouldn't that be ironic if it came with a compact disc or a digital video disc? Get it? It doesn't have an optical drive. I would start laughing probably for 10 minutes. Okay. Now it's just got a basic setup instructions. And I recommend this. I know some other technicians, they frown upon it. No. These companies, they know. They have to dumb everything down. So they provide instructions. And, so save them. I'm a computer expert, and believe it or not, I save a lot of this stuff. Why not? I don't know if it really has any useful information, but it's a new computer. I've never used it. I don't know where everything is at. See, it just has some basics. What about on this side? Oh, it even tells you where everything's at. Yeah, and it tells you the ports. It's got a memory card reader. Here, we'll just quickly go over it. It's got an RJ45 network jack, which is Ethernet. It's got a high-definition multimedia interface port, which is HDMI, which you can hook up to a television, which I'm going to. And then it's got a universal serial bus Type-C port. It's got an audio out headphone, audio in microphone combo jack, which is duplex. That's what's also known as duplex. It has one 3.5 millimeter port, which allows audio to come in and out. So you can hook up a microphone or you can hook up speakers. I already went over the memory card reader. That's also important. It may be important. I actually have a SD card. I don't know if it still works, but if it doesn't, I can go back to Walmart or somewhere else and get SD cards. Here's a tip. If you just need basics, Walmart and Target, they carry keyboards, mice, they carry SD cards, the small cards. Now, maybe not all of them, but the SD types that are really small, I would say anywhere from 16 gigs to maybe 256. Now, it depends on the card reader. But I know that Target and Walmart, they carry those. Also flash drives. Walmart, Target, they carry universal serial bus flash drives. I would say anywhere up to maybe 128, whatever. Maybe even 256. Okay, so if you're into convenience and you need that, if you need storage, you can get USB, universal serial bus. Oh, it comes with 2 universal serial bus ports and a power connector. Oh, it says, it supports Linux. They actually mention Linux. It says Linux products. To access the user guides, double-click the Hewlett Packard Documents icon on the desktop. Free DOS products. Now, I'm going to probably install, I think, FreeBSD, I think. To access the user guide, select HP Documents. So they actually mention free DOS products, which I think they mean free, like FreeBSD, which is a type of a Unix operating system. Okay. Oh, and it even has a little... Yeah, I mean, this might be important. It is to me, and I have decades of experience. It just has some images, and it tells you where everything is at. It has a fingerprint reader. It has a touchpad. It has a microslop windblows key. It has a power button. It has internal microphone. We went all over that. It has a built-in high-definition camera. I already went over that. It has wireless antennas, and it has a vent. That could be important too. And that's it. Okay. Now, this is probably a compact disc. I mean, this is important product information. I'm not going to open it. It's got a little. It's sealed. That's my $500 check, and so I made $200. Nope. I don't know what that is. Warranty. Oh, that's kind of cool. I mean, I don't know. Oh, they offered me a 3-year warranty. I denied it. They wanted $60 for 3 years of additional warranty. Nah. Nope. I never ever upgrade to warranties. Nah, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what does this say? It just says important product information. I think it's probably the warranty. Okay, let's move along. I've set that. I'm going to save all that. I save all that, believe it or not. And here's another one. Here's what else. What is this? Or maybe this is the warranty. Or now this is the warranty. That might be important. I think it comes with a 1-year warranty. Probably just a year. Okay. And that would be a manufacturer warranty. Okay. Now, man, this is like Christmas in, September? I don't celebrate Christmas. If you're offended by that, I cannot help you. I don't celebrate any of the holidays. I'm not religious, and I never celebrate Christmas or Thanksgiving anymore. Thank you. Okay, this is just a, thank you card, leave a review. No, I don't know why. Need assistance. Okay, it's got a hp.com/support. Okay, well, whatever. I might throw this away because there's not much there that I really need. Okay, now the AC adapter. This could be very important. It comes in its own little separate cardboard. This is kind of hard to do with one hand. Come on. I had another HP recently that I may have been able to use the same power adapter, maybe or maybe not. Here's a tip. Sometimes you have to reorder these. They fail after a while. What you want to do is you get the part number right off the device. So as an example, I will show you. The camera may or may not be able to capture the exact part number. Actually, it probably will not. Anyways, what you do is on here you find the part number or the model. Either it'll be a part number or a model number, and then you just order the exact same one because these are not all the same. They run at different wattages and even voltage, so that's very important. You don't, when it comes to active current adapters that laptops use, you can't just mix and match. You have to know what you're doing, and you can fry a laptop if you have the wrong type. These core cables you should never lose. Now let's say this one fails and you can't fix it, and you took it apart and you try to resolder it because you're a genius with electronics. What you could do is you could just save this cord, and it's a 3-prong. These are pretty standard. This is a 3-prong. And, I mean, it's brand new, so instead of buying one, yeah, they'll sell you this, but it could be $10, $20, whatever the store will charge. Save it. Okay, and then this is a standard just AC connect power. Now, again, these have different sizes too. If you notice, some are really tiny. This one, it's not. I've seen smaller. Sometimes they're wider, sometimes they're skinnier, or sometimes the plug is wider or the plug is smaller. This is about average, but I've seen smaller than this. Okay, so that's why they're not always universal. Okay, so we got the power adapter. Let me put down my microphone. Oh, I think I may not have to. This is kind of difficult one-handed. Okay, instead of seeing all that on my floor, or this floor, you can look at the box for the rest of the video. That's what I recommend. If you're offended by anything I say, just, look at the box. Or you can always browse off my YouTube channel, and I am serious about that. I'm sick and tired of the comments. Okay, now this is a little bit different. This is kind of just a little cover. It's kind of made out of, like a mouse pad. It's probably made out of petroleum. I would say this is a thin type of rubber. It's just got a cover for the keyboard. See? Now, you might want to save that so that when you have to, if you're like me and you travel and you go from one place to another with not that much with you, and then, but you're lightweight, because it's not going to add much, but if anything, at the very least, it may keep it clean. And this may be dust proof too. I'm not sure. So I'm going to save this. Okay, we can put that down. Yeah, that's fine. So it's just got a standard keyboard. It is a 15.6-inch screen, and I got it for $300. There was another laptop that I talked about earlier in this video it wasn't even a quad core, and it was over 325, I don't know, $75 more, whatever, $350. It doesn't matter. Money's money, but I'm not a capitalist, but still. And it only had a 14-inch screen. So I was like, you know what? This is a quad core, and it's got a larger screen, and it's got basically everything I need. Okay, so let me turn around and I'll show you. Now, I don't know. I doubt that this is a touchscreen. I had a nice HP Hewlett Packard that had an actual touchscreen for a little while, and I used to run MX Linux on a flash drive. And so some of these Hewlett Packard, and it had excellent Wi-Fi. It had a built-in AC, and it had good reception. So I know there are some YouTube technology shills that they cannot stand Hewlett Packard. I don't give a fuck. My experiences are the model. It's not necessarily the brand. Now, Hewlett Packard, I don't, they may not be the top of the line, but to me it is the model. Some of these Hewlett Packard models are not good, and that's what you do. You just research. That's what the internet is for. So as you can see, this is just a standard, I doubt it's touchscreen. Nah, that would cost more. But here's the webcam right here. See where my finger's at? That's the built-in webcam. It's very small. These screens are very delicate. You have to be careful. I do not like laptops. You know why? Because the screens are very fragile. Now, it depends on that Hewlett Packard that I had for a while. It had a thicker screen because it was a touch screen. And whereas some of these are very delicate, you drop it and it may just completely I see a scratch here. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. I'm not happy. Well, I'm not really upset. I'm not emotional, but let's see if I can point it out. Let's see. This is going to be difficult for me to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the laptop close to the camera, and I'm going to point out where the scratch is. And I'm going to put down my microphone. It actually has a scratch on the case. I didn't make it. I just unboxed this. I'm a bit disappointed in that, but it is what it is, you know. I'm not one of those snotty types that will go back and demand a refund or demand a replacement just because it has a scratch, but I like to take care of what I buy, even if it's only $300. I like to keep it pristine, but it does have a scratch here, and it kind of scratched the paint. I do not like to see that. When did that occur? Was it during shipping? Was it when they boxed it up? But me personally, I would not have sold this with the scratch. Now, even if they painted over it, I don't think it's a serious scratch. I think it just scratched the paint. But still, I don't like to see that. Okay. Now, this was brand new, but I'm not going to make a big old... Now, I'm not going to waste time. Now, let's see. Let me show you the connectors. So here it's got Ethernet right here. Let's move this up. So it's got Ethernet right there, and then it's got HDMI in the middle, and then it's got one of, I think, Universal Serial Bus C-type connector, and then LED lights, just lights. Oh, and then here, yes, and then it's got right there, it's got a 3.5 millimeter duplex jack for a microphone and speakers. And then underneath you can see where the motherboard is. Or that looks like a cover to the fan or something. Okay. So you see that? It's kind of see-through. That's kind of cool. And then what else? Okay. This is the card reader. Alright. And then it has two, I think these are both 2.0, Universal Serial Bus 2.0, because they're not blue. And then there's the power port. Okay? What else? That's about it. It's a basic laptop. That's all I need. And then, now, we'll just turn it on, and then that will probably be the video. I might boot into Windows 10 just for, just a joke. I haven't used Windows in about 4 years. It's approaching 4 years. I think it was November. It was either October or November of 2018. And this is a real story. I had Microsoft Windows 10. I had Microsoft Windows 7, and then I received Microsoft Windows 10 free. Back in the day, you could get Windows 10 for free, and so I took that. And then it adds your, I think the motherboard. Anyways, it's predicated upon your motherboard. And then it was, I think, around October, maybe November of 2018. I think it was the fall update. Microsoft released a major fall update, and my computer would not boot up after that. It was a slow update. It took forever to download. It finally restarted my computer. It went through the update process, and then it started hanging, and I had some errors. And I recorded a video. You can check that video out. I'm trying to remember what I titled it. Probably some kind of Microsoft Windows updates, Windows 10 update fix. Well, I fixed it, but I decided that was enough. Enough is enough. What I had to do, which was odd, I had to disconnect the SATA hard drive cable from the motherboard and from the hard drive. And then, so I shut down the computer. I disconnected the power. I made sure there was no electrostatic discharge. I opened up the computer case. I disconnected the SATA hard drive cable from both the motherboard and actually the hard drive. Then I powered it up, and guess what? The Windows update started installing properly, and it was successful. But I was like, you know what? No, I'm done. I'm done, because I was lucky. I think it was just basically a luck. So I just gave you a tip. Once in a while, computer hard drives and operating systems, they just behave weird. Computers are kind of weird. So what you can do is you can just try to physically disable the connections, and sometimes that works. But really, fundamentally, it was that Windows update was a total disaster. It has some kind of error on it, and it's in that video. But I shouldn't have to do that. But it was it took forever too. It took up like hours of my time. And I finally decided I am never using Microsoft Windows 10 operating system again. I may never use Microsoft operating system again. I may or may not. I may go out and get Windows 11 just to test it. Oh, I forgot to tell you about this laptop. Now, believe it or not, this laptop with the scratch it supports virtualization. That was another important factor. And if you think that I just went to Walmart and I just, went and just picked out this laptop after about a minute, no. This laptop is important because I also need it for virtualization. I'm going to install the VMbox, VirtualBox, excuse me. My current computer is too old. It has virtualization. I went in the BIOS. This is another story. I went into the current BIOS on this Dell desktop computer that I'm actually recording this video with, and it says that it supports HP virtualization. It's turned on, blah blah blah. It doesn't work. I go into the operating system and I try to install VirtualBox, and it gives me it installs. But then when I try to create an actual virtual operating system, a VirtualBox, it gives me an error. And then I looked up the error, and sure enough, most likely it's because the motherboard doesn't really support virtualization. So here's a tip. When it comes to using VirtualBox, you have to the microprocessor has to support virtualization. You know what I'm saying? And then also the video graphics supports OpenGL, and that's very important too. Okay, for the encoder. All right. Now let's see. Should I boot this guy up? Let's turn it on. I don't need to charge it. We can test. Is it going to work without charging it first? Oh, look. Now, I would not recommend that you do this, what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Laying the laptop. But because of the way my video camera is, situated. Okay, so this is straight out of the box. Look. I did not plug in the charger yet. Now, a lot of times... whoops, sorry about that. A lot of times, let me move that. That's probably been in the way all this time, but I don't know if I can move it. Whoops. You're just going to have to deal with it. Okay, that's the actual cable for the webcam camera. Okay, it's starting. Just a minute. A moment. Oh. That's old school. In Microsoft time, whenever Microsoft tells you just a moment, or just, like the indicators, when even with Windows updates indicators, it says, oh, you got 10 minutes left. No, that might be 10 hours, and I'm not making that up. That's old school. That goes all the way back to the 1990s. We had to, as computer technicians, and I've worked for some billion-dollar... Oh my God.
Press Windows plus U or select the accessibility icon in the bottom corner.
She's actually talking to me. That's kind of creepy. This is old school, but I've worked for Level 3. I've worked for International Bullshit Machines. I mean, IBM. I've worked for some huge companies. And back in the day, you would go out and reinstall Microsoft Office because it either just completely fucked up, or there's an error, or that's just basically you had to reinstall it. Well, you'd get the proverbial Microsoft, oh, you got 30 minutes. The indicators, no, the indicators are usually wrong. When it tells you 10 minutes, it could be 10 hours. And we used to joke about it, and we would call that Microsoft time. Okay. Did not plug that in, and so it's got battery life. Now they recommend that you do not do this, even with smartphones. Although I do it all the time. When I buy something new, I just plug it in, power it on, and I go from there. But you should probably follow the instructions that comes with the product and just fully charge it. But, because of time constraints. Okay, now what do we do here? What does it say? Is this the right country or region? And it's got United States. Okay, so you can choose your language. We'll click yes. Oh, that's not a touchscreen. See, I tested it. I didn't think it was a touchscreen. So I'm just going to hit enter. Okay. I wish I could zoom in, but I really cannot. All right. This isn't that important, but is this the right keyboard layout or input method? And it has United States. You can choose Canada, English. So this is where you choose your keyboard. Or here's a bonus tip. And I'm going to probably use adult language. When it comes to setting up Microsoft Windows and operating systems, don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. You know why? Because sometimes it's very difficult to go back and change the keyboard layout and the language. So here are two tips, and they're basically the same tip. When it comes to configuring the keyboard layout and your language, make sure you choose the correct language now. Don't fuck around, because get it? When you reboot, it's going to choose the language that you accepted. If it's a German keyboard type, or if it's Scottish Gaelic, and you do not speak Scottish Gaelic, and you chose that as your keyboard type, you're going to be typing in Scottish Gaelic, and it can be difficult. And sometimes if a Windows updates, so don't do it. And then also the language. Make sure you choose a language that you actually can interpret. So I'm going to click yes. Okay, now what? What to add a second keyboard layout? No, skip. I'm going to just click enter on skip. Now I don't have a mouse installed, so we'll just use let's connect you to a network. Let us not. You know why? This is another tip. When it comes to computer security, you may not want people to know what wireless routers you connect to, especially locally, because that, again, you may attack me for this, but when it comes to computer security, you may not want anybody to know what the SSID is of the router that you're connecting to. Now, some of them are generic. That's fine, but if you're at a hotel or you have your own, or you have your internet service provider has a Wi-Fi router, wireless router that's built into the internet modem, you may not want people to know that, because it's called social engineering. And I'm not going to use the H word because we censored YouTube. They're just out of control. You have to really be careful of what you say on YouTube. My point is that you might want to start taking computer security serious because of social. As an example, it may be strange. You may not think it's logical. Some people, they will use their password will be the same as the broadcast ID, the SSID of their router at home. Get it? All it takes is one piece of information that somebody on the internet can gain from you, and then use that to possibly circumvent an account, and it can get even worse than that. Okay, I'm not going to right now because I think this is where I'm going to stop. Can I skip it? Ethernet not connected, and it's got some on screen, but I don't think you can even see them. Hopefully you cannot. I'm not going to try. What can I do to back out of this? I may not be able to. Here, let me. I'm almost done with this video. I wanted to boot to the desktop, but to just show you. Okay. How about we'll just choose Ethernet? Yeah, we'll just do that. That's fine. I'm going to choose Ethernet just because of time constraints. And so I'm going to click on. I think I have to tab. No, I'm going to hold on a second. I'm going to choose Ethernet. Let me go back. Okay. Oh, it won't let me. It will not let me choose. Now, I don't like this at all. I'm not making this up. Let me see if I can click on it. No, it's grayed out. It says Ethernet not connected because I don't have an Ethernet cable, and then I don't have a switch or a router or a hub. But it won't let me select it just to bypass this. Or maybe, no, it won't. I hate this already. Having trouble getting connected. I have to select a wireless. It won't let me choose Ethernet. I don't like this at all. Why can't I just choose Ethernet and then continue on? Let's connect you to a network. You'll need an internet connection to continue setting up your device. Why? This is what I hate about Microsoft. This is another reason why I quit using Microsoft. I mean, this is just absurd. Back in the day, you could just not, you didn't have to connect to the internet. It won't let me choose Ethernet, so I guess I'll pick one of these other Wi-Fis, but I'm not going to show you which one. Okay, we'll choose this one. You have to connect. This is stupid, man. Oh my God. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I'm almost done with this video, don't worry about it. Okay. Hold on a second, let me put down my microphone. Okay, the wireless router that I wanted to select, it's got a login, it's got a web browser. This actually has a web browser during the setup, but it doesn't work. It doesn't open up a username and password fields. So this is bullshit to me. This is exactly why I'll be blunt. I hate Microsoft. This is utter bullshit to me that you have to fucking connect to the internet to proceed. Okay, I think it may work, but I don't necessarily want you to know what wireless router I just connected to. Okay, it says it's checking for updates, so I think I can show you this. I think it connected to the router, and so there it goes. So this is a brand new Hewlett Packard laptop, Microsoft Microcrap Windows 10 Home Edition, and you have to. There's no other option. There's no skip button. There's nothing. You have to choose an internet connection. You either Ethernet or wireless. There's nothing I could do. This is bullshit. This I would never ever. No, this is exactly why. I think Apple does the same thing now, but I could be wrong. I don't know if Google Chromebooks do this same thing, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to end up installing Linux on this or FreeBSD. Okay, now on screen you can see. Okay, this is just the license agreement. I'm just going to choose accept. I'm not going to read that garbage. I don't care about law. I hate law, but it is what it is. Now down here it's got a volume button. You can adjust the volume so you don't have to hear that annoying Microsoft woman. I mean, hey, no offense to her. Okay, now this is bullshit too. I may have to sign in with a Microsoft account. I may not. Here's a tip. When it comes to Microsoft, if you may not know it, you may know it. There is a way. Now, when you sign in with a Microsoft account, guess what? Your computer, in order to log in every time into Microsoft Windows 10 operating system from the desktop, it goes out and checks your password. I am a real-world technician, and every day, all day, well, maybe not all day, but quite often, I see this problem. Here's a tip. Do not use a Microsoft account to set up a profile on Microsoft Windows 10 or 11 or I don't think Windows 7 required it. Do not do it. You know why? Because if you lose the internet connection, you cannot sign into your computer because it's not cached. The password is not cached. I don't think it is. I could be wrong, but no, I had a customer about 10 years ago that had that same problem. Oh, that was Windows 8. And I told him, you have to connect to the internet in order to authenticate. He's like, okay. His computer was like in his garage, or yeah, he had like a garage. He kind of used his garage as his office or whatever. And so his computer was in his garage, or well, it was a garage, but he didn't park vehicles in it. he converted his garage into an office. Anyways, I told him, do you have internet connection out here? Do you have wireless? He's like, no. He's like, I'm like, you're gonna have to connect to the internet. He's like, okay. I'm like, you can either get a wireless router, or you can get a better signal, or you can run an Ethernet cable. He's like, okay, we'll probably do that. That's what they had to do. All right, so that's a tip. To avoid that, do not ever use a Microsoft account. Use a local account. Look for the word local. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to create a local account, but I'll try. They may have started disabling that too. So I'm not going to sign in, and I'm not going to even dare type anything in because that would be social engineering. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click next and see if I can actually bypass this, and then I'm going to choose local, and I might have to create a local account. Oh no, no account, create one. No, I don't want that. How about sign-in options? Okay. Come on. I may not be able to bypass this. How about learn more? None of these links seem to work. Hold on, let me turn the laptop around. Let me put down my microphone. This is another aspect I hate about Microsoft. Sign in with a security key. What? Sign in with a security key or forgot my username. Choose this only if you have enabled a security key. Oh, this is This is for Microsoft sign in. I don't want to sign in with a Microsoft account. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Can I go back? I may not be able to go any further. It checked for updates. No account, create one. Oh, how about maybe it'll let me bypass if I choose create one? This is bullshit, man. I'm not logging in with the Microsoft account. Absolutely not. Nope, I refuse to do it. Well, it doesn't even look like I can even demonstrate the operating system for you. And that's not my fault. I refuse to. I refuse to go through this bullshit with Microsoft. No more. I'm not doing it. You can go ahead. Let's see what it's doing now. I warned you my these type of videos can be lengthy, and I don't care. And nope, I'm not gonna change it. I'm not gonna edit this video. If you do not like long videos, I don't care. Just go away. Get off my YouTube channel. Do not subscribe. If you're already subscribed, unsubscribe. You know, because nope, that's not how I roll. There are trolls that attack me. They love to attack me. They love to tell me what to do. Oh, well, you know, blah blah. No, not wrong. They think they think they can tell me what to do, but they're wrong. It doesn't look like I can proceed. It says use a phone number instead. Get a new email address. It won't let me. Nope. I cannot set this computer up without a Microsoft account. This is unbelievable. This is utter bullshit. Where do you want to go today, Aaron? I've had enough, Aaron. I love Microsoft, Aaron. I own stock in Microsoft, Aaron. Microsoft is my favorite operating system, Aaron. All of my computers have Microsoft operating systems, Aaron. I've been using Microsoft since I was in diapers, Aaron. Well before you, Aaron. Decades before you. This is absolutely just outrageous to me. That in order to set up your stupid fucking brand new Hewlett Packard, what's the model again? 15 DW 008 3WM. No, 0083 WM. I cannot, because now look at it. Look. It's just, there's just a circle. Look, it may work. I don't know what it's doing. It's got an indicator, but it's not saying anything. We'll give it a few more moments. If not, this is it. This is the end of the video. Now, this laptop is sufficient. Yeah, I just don't care about what people think. Nope. I don't give a fuck about what people think about me, or the way I look, you know, the way I dress, the way I speak. I never cared. That was when I was 12 years old, 13 years old. I'm like, these humans are insane. Just, I've always been antisocial. And that's one reason why I decided to choose a career in information technology. Because I would much rather use a computer and interact with a computer than some knucklehead human, you know, tell me what to wear, how to speak, when to speak, what to say. You know, how your YouTube videos are too long. Well, you talk too much. Fuck you. No, absolutely not. Never, never, ever, ever waste my time. Now I can't proceed. See? You have to have a Microsoft account. I mean, give me a break. This is pathetic. Wow, I can't even. Oh, I noticed another. Oh no, my bad. I thought that this was bent. It wasn't. It's just when I lean this up like this, it's got shadows from the light. Okay, overall it's not a bad laptop, you know. I mean, I don't know if I would drop it from, you know, 20 feet, but you may not want to do that with this one. But for $300, and it's got an Intel Pentium Silver processor. It's got, what is it, N530? You can look it up. I think, what was it? I think N5030 processor. It is a quad core. It's not the fastest quad core, but it is technically a quad core. Alright, I cannot proceed any further, so this video is done. And this is exactly why I hate Microsoft, man. And it's just gonna be an endless loop. There's nothing I can do. I'm not an
Computer easier to use. Windows will read and scan this list automatically. Press the space bar to select the highlighted option.
Yeah. Well,
Hear text on screen aloud.
stop.
Narrator dialog. OK. Button. Alt. Microsoft account.
I don't.
Windows setup. What is a Microsoft account?
Oh no.
At level 2.
Oh, stop.
Enter your email, phone, or
Dude, I turned off the narrator. I did.
narrator reads aloud
Oh.
text on the screen. Exiting narrator.
Oh, okay. Now I turned off the narrator. That's it. This is a joke. Well, my next video, it may or may not be my next video. It just depends on, if I feel like it tomorrow. I will record a video, and the video will be me showing you how to install either a Linux, most likely a Debian derivation distribution, Linux distribution, or FreeBSD. What is it? There's a difference between OpenBSD or FreeBSD, but I think it was FreeBSD because I think FreeBSD has access to way more applications. FreeBSD is a Unix. It's like a hybrid. I don't think it's technically Unix, but it's pretty close, and it's very similar to Linux. That is my video pertaining to the Hewlett Packard DW0083WM laptop computer that I just bought brand new, and I cannot enter the operating system without signing in with a Microsoft account, and I refuse to. Adios. I am back with the conclusion of this video. This Hewlett Packard 15-inch laptop, 15 DW0083, what is it, WM? Alright, so what I performed some internet searches, and I found out that at least with this Hewlett Packard laptop, in order to bypass using a Microsoft account, all you have to do is click on the airplane button. Now this laptop has an airplane button right there, and it even has an airplane icon, which you probably cannot see, but you see where my finger is pointing at. What I did is I restarted this laptop, I powered it off, powered it back on, it went to the setup, and then it had already cached my wireless router password, and I could not bypass it. What I did was, at the Microsoft login window, I clicked on the airplane mode, and then I clicked on the back button. There's a back button up here. You know what I mean? You click back, and then it went into airplane mode. Now, here's a tip. Instead of fucking up like I did, what you do is you hit the airplane mode button at the beginning, at the very beginning, before you ever set the keyboard layout or the language layout. Just hit the airplane mode, and then it went into this screen. Now I can create like I think this is like a local account. So I'm just going to type in who's going to use this device, and I will just enter in a generic. We'll just use user. I would put my name in Aaron, but you'll get offended by that since you hate me or whatever it is. You trolls, I obviously offend you, and I don't care why. Okay, now I'm going to click next. So you just enter in a username, and then okay, now I'm not going to enter in a password, but this is a local user account. This is what I was talking about earlier. Microslop Windblows Incorporated. Obviously, they are trying to brainwash you and manipulate you into using a Microsoft Windows account to log in. I'm not going to discuss that again. There are pitfalls with that. I'm going to just click next. But yes, if this was a permanent login account, that I would enter in a password, and I recommend that I don't ever recommend anything. A tip is to set a password, and a very good password. But this is going to create a local Microsoft account that has nothing to do with the internet or no. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm going to click next, and then it should. You see how it allowed me? Okay, it allowed me to create an account without a password, but that was a tip just because of time constraints, but I'm also giving you a warning. That is not proper computer procedure. I don't care what operating system. I don't care if it's an Android or a dumb device, political correctness, one of those dumb devices, and it's got a personal identification screen lock. I don't care what it is. You want to set passwords because you're dealing with these humans, and these humans like to circumvent your security. Okay, now choose privacy settings. I think this is similar to how Windows 10. I do not know if they changed this, but my recollection of Windows 10 is I used to disable, I think, all this. Get location-based experience, I'm going to turn that off. So I'm going to set that to no. Find my device. Again, this is just my preferences. I never give out recommendations. I never give out advice. I never guarantee anything. I just give out tips. It's all up to you, man. Anarchy or not. I mean, oops. Oh, we censor YouTube. They're not going to like that. And maybe that's why people are attacking me now. Because I admitted in a video recently that I am an anarchist. And I don't care what you think about that. It is not what the system tells you it is. Anarchy, my version of anarchy is not chaos. It's already chaos. Look at the rents doubled in 5 years. Look at the double-digit inflation. Look at how expensive it is to live in America. And not just America, worldwide. Okay. Oh, I don't need Find My Device. I'm going to turn that off. I think I turn off everything. But we'll just quickly go through each one. I'm not going to describe every single one. If you need to learn, each one of these settings has a description. My mouse doesn't work. The built-in mouse or the down arrows don't work. Okay. I have to go up a little bit, I think. Oh, include optional. Oh, maybe not. Include optional inking and typing. Send optional inking and typing diagnosis. Okay, this is just my personal preference. I never ever give out any information to any of these companies if I do not have to. Now, some of them lie to us, but anything outside of that, if I consciously or I know in advance, I don't give out any information. So I'm going to disable this. I'm not giving out any data. Even though this is just, a tailored experience, I don't need this advertising ID. This is just garbage. This is another reason why I do not use Microsoft. And it's not just Microsoft. These operating systems like Google and Apple, they're becoming more and more world order like. They think that they think that they have the authority over you to. It's called telemetry, and this is another reason why I do not use these operating systems. I don't use Google Androids. Okay, now I'm going to click next. I turned everything off is what I did, but that's just my preference. And this is just a demonstration video. Choose privacy settings, and then they want you to click accept. Register and protect. Register, well, it's optional. I'm not going to register. However, you may want to register because of warranty, I think. I think you have to read the fine print. You have to read the legalese. But I noticed with these tech giants, a lot of times what they don't tell you is that if you do not register your computer, you do not get the warranty. Get it? See, they're always trying to scam you. They're always trying to be deceitful, and they get away with it. But then their excuse is that, well, you didn't read the license agreement. Well, you didn't read the agreement. You didn't read the fine print. I'm not saying every computer, I just do not know, but I have noticed a few computers, or some, like one time I bought a tablet, and I think it even said on the little circular, the pamphlet, whatever, that in order to receive the warranty, you have to register it online, or you have to call, or whatever. I'm like, give me a break, man. But hey, that's how they roll. They're always trying to figure out ways to scam you, or to make it so that because I mean, think about it. A warranty, it costs some money. Nope, I'm not gonna allow this. This is telemetry. No, this is telemetry. I turn off all this. Nope. And a lot of these technology companies lie to you. You notice these settings? This is telemetry settings. Well, sometimes, I'm not saying that Microsoft does it anymore, or Hewlett Packard, but there have been some big companies that have basically lied. There was, what company? There was a recent company. Oh, it was Facebook. Facebook or was it another company? Anyways, I digress. What they'll do is that they'll claim that they're transparent. Oh, well, we warned you. Well, we allowed you to, opt out. No. What they don't tell you is that this is not the only way that they intelligence gather. Okay, next. There was another recent technology company that got busted, not notifying their customers of. I think I just reported on it. Anyways, let's move along from that discussion. Okay, this may take a few minutes. So this is Windows 10, and so I just thought I'd demonstrate it on a new laptop. Don't turn off your PC. Well, I should, and then just install Linux. I mean, we'll let it sit here for a while. And this video will be one part. I will concatenate. On Linux, it's really easy. It's one command. There's a command that I learned how to use, and then what it does is, instead of having, separate video files, and then I have to use an encoder or a converter, and it could take hours or weeks or days, I found a Linux command that will concatenate. The files have to be the same type of file, MP4 or MKV, and then as long as they're the exact same type of file, and it only takes seconds. Well, that's not true. I lied, but not intentionally. It depends on how big the files are, but it doesn't take long at all. I mean, I work with sometimes gigabyte-sized files, and so the word concatenate, that's all it is. It just concatenates the two video files together, and that way you do not have to waste time with a converter, or you don't, nope. So Linux does have advantages because it has a command line. Well, Windows has a command line, but they don't really have tools like that. It's not like you can download tools and then they are primarily or just specifically, succinctly command line. No. Mac and crap, I do not. I know Mac and crap has a command line because Mac and crap actually uses BSD. I mean, that's a good thing, but I'm just not a fan of Apple Computer Company itself. And therefore, I thought one time, oh, it's at the desktop. I'm talking too much. Wrong. Okay, we're at the desktop. That wasn't too bad, actually. Now, this is a quad core, but it's not the fastest quad core. It doesn't have that much RAM. But as you can see, once I was able to create a local account, and then it went and performed the proverbial Microsoft Windows setup and checked some updates, it's done. That's not bad, And then now this is just whatever. I don't know what this is. It's got a search button, but how do I close this? I was at Walmart playing around with these laptops. I didn't mess around with, Walmart is the Walmart store I went to. How many computers? There was more than one computer that had damage to the screens. Or either, yeah, I don't know if somebody like intentionally punched them, or now these screens can be very, very fragile. But the screens didn't work. Either the screens were already broken, or I don't know, or some of them wouldn't power on. I would try to power them on, and nothing would show up on the display. But that's par for the course. But that's kind of bad business because I don't know about you, but when it comes to computers, I love to just play around with them, and that's how I decide if I'm going to buy them. Well, that's not true. That's another lie. However, my lies are different than yours. You're a liar. No, 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 don't take it personal. I'm just saying. Humans are liars. I'm a liar, but not intentional. But I admit when I'm wrong. I admit when I lie, and I also tell you that those weren't not intentional lies. No, in advance, I know what I need. I know the specifications. I down to the amount of memory, down to the type of how many cores. What else? Does it have virtualization? Blah blah blah. I really seriously, but at the end of the day, when I go and visit a retail store with computers, I love to just check them out and use them. And I will make a decision right there and then if I like the computer, because I was able to use the computer. I was able to test it out first. And that's just terrible. That's a terrible way for sales when it wasn't just one. It was in the Chromebook section too. Some of the Chromebooks, I don't know if the screens were already broke but they didn't look physically cracked, but they weren't working. So, but they may have been physically broke. I don't know. It was very strange. And I couldn't power them off either. And then there was like one or two computers that I tried to power them on, and they just didn't power on. But anyway, those are retail stores. Their employees aren't going to probably care. They just get a paycheck, and they don't really. I don't blame them. They don't get a commission. But, how do I close this? You know what? This is probably enough. I'll just click on I'll click on that again. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, it's supposed to be the shape of a flower made out of what? Teflon? Is that a napkin? I don't know. I don't care. I'm not going to use Microsoft. But let's click on the Windows 10 button. Oh, okay, that's the new menu. That's new to me because I have not used Microsoft Windows 10 in about 4 years, and I have not ever used Microsoft Windows 11. Oh, wait a minute, I lied again, but not intentional. No, I think I was at a Target a few months ago, and I think they did have Windows 11. But today I did not. No, I don't think any of their Windows. Well, the two of them that I played around with, they didn't. I didn't think they had Windows 11. Windows 11, yeah, it looks very similar, but the start menu button is a bit different. But anyways, yeah, Windows 11 wasn't really that difficult for me to move around because it's a lot. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the same, but it's similar to Windows 10. I mean, you can just click on the settings just to see how quick it is or how slow it is. Okay, so there's Windows Update. We can go to System, and we can show you that. Okay, I can scroll down to how about this? This will be the end of the video. But no, I actually like it. I'm very antisocial, but once in a while, if I need to purchase something else, or like Target sell food, so sometimes I purchase my groceries from Target, and then I also get to play with some of the new electronics, and I love it. And I'm never bothered. Most people don't bother me, and I have bought a tablet that way. To me being able to test out a device is a good selling point. I bought a tablet just because, and I checked it out in advance, but I liked it, and I was able to use it and test it, and I bought it right there and then. And this computer, you may not like it, but for me it's sufficient enough, and I like the large screen. The keyboard is large. The paint is real cheap. It chips easily. That's a warning. This paint on this computer has already chipped in multiple places. I may show you that too. Okay. Let me. Come on now. It's kind of hard to hold a microphone and it's got a recovery. It's got system restore. It's got reset a PC. Yeah, Microsoft. I almost never give Microsoft any credit. I will give them credit one time, and I think I have given credit before. I think that their system restore tool and, well, both their system restore and their reset this PC are actually good tools. If you want to resell your computer and you want to wipe it, number one, you would back up your data, any important data, but you can go ahead and use the reset this PC. If you have any major problems, system restore a lot of times can fix your problems. Because system restore restores Microsoft Windows because it's an image back to before you had that problem. As a real-world computer technician, I support microcrap, microslop operating systems, and I do. One of my tips I give my customers is to go ahead and use system restore whenever you have problems. You fuck something up, or a Windows update, or your email settings changed. All you have to do is use system restore and restore it back to before you had that problem. And a lot of times it fixes things. I almost never, anything outside of that, I don't give Microsoft much credit. But I will say that those two tools are very productive, and I actually use them. That's one of my tips. Okay, we can click on About, and then, okay, so there it is. You know, you probably weren't able to see much, and I don't really care because this video, the details aren't that important, but I can move my, well, how can I do this? Let me put down the microphone. Okay, in closing, I just pointed out to you the scratches already, and it wasn't that one scratch, no. Remember when I had the laptop leaning the other way against this is a wood table, and then this wall has a wood exterior and has paint on it? I'm not making this up. I barely touched it. I barely moved it, and it already scratched it up. So this laptop has what I would consider kind of cheap paint. It may just like rub off. I'm not sure. It's Scarlett O'Hara. I mean, it's a scarlet red bit. Look, there's some major scratches. All I did was just kind of move it around a little bit on the wood table and the wall here, and it's already scratched up. So I'm not sure if this is like a rubber or if it's paint or what, but it comes off real easily. I don't really care. Me personally, I don't care, but I like to keep things pristine. So I'm kind of disappointed that this paint or rubber or exterior or coating is coming off. It might just literally rub off, and if it gets bad enough, just rub it off, and whatever is underneath it is silver. I don't I don't know. Or I could repaint it, or do they sell covers? Oh, no. I can already hear you. I hate it when people put stickers on computers. I will never, ever put a stupid sticker, like even a bumper sticker, on a computer. That drives me insane. That will, like, literally probably peel, if you were to try to peel off that sticker, it probably would peel off the paint on a lot of these laptop covers. Oh, and it also has hibernation. If you close the lid, it will go into hibernation, which is, I think it did. Okay, so there it is. So that's my demonstration of the Hewlett Packard. It is a 15DW0083WM. That's the model. And it's not bad, man. I mean, for $300, it'll last a while, and that's all I need. My next video may or may not be pertaining to the same computer. I will demonstrate. I already have a Universal Serial Bus flash drive that has MX Linux on it. I might just show you how to boot off of it. It's real simple. Did you know that you can install Linux operating system onto a Universal Serial? Here's a tip. It has to be USB 3.0 or newer. I've tested on Universal Serial Bus 2.0, which is less bandwidth, which means there's less data that travels back and forth from the flash drive, off the flash drive at certain speeds. You want Universal Serial Bus 3.0 or newer, because I've tested. There's a huge difference. 2.0 is not enough bandwidth. The operating system runs sluggish on the flash drive. What you do is you get two flash drives. One is the destination, one is the source. One has the installation files, the other one is going to be your hard drive. And you can actually, then all you do is just plug it in. Oh, this has a power saving mode. Okay. Then all you do is boot off the flash drive, and that's your hard drive. I think I'm pretty sure I still have it. And then that will be one video. A third video, well, I may have 3 total videos with this laptop. I know I will record a video showing you how to install Linux onto the hard drive. Alright? Adios!